Hi, Scorpio. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic seer and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for July 2023. Please be sure to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you in July and perhaps beyond, because timing will be different for all of you in these general readings. Remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, some months your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there. So you might want to check that out. This recording is for Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Rising, and Scorpio Moon. I'm using the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck in this reading. This video is sponsored by the Lucky Mermaid on-demand videos on Vimeo. I create special videos every month on very specific topics using a variety of divination tools geared towards each sign of the zodiac. These video links are posted down below in the description box in the Show More section. And they're also available on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. You can scroll there and see all the different video series I've recorded, and you can see how long the predictions go out for and what divination tools I've used. And then you click on whatever zodiac sign you want, and that link will take you to that video on Vimeo. Please know that when you purchase any of my videos on Vimeo, it helps support this channel. I'm very appreciative and thankful to all of you who have been kind and purchased my videos on Vimeo. All that being said, Scorpio, now on to your July 2023 Psychic Tarot reading. First card you have is the Death card. This is transformation, something ending so something new can begin. So it's kind of like something's evolving here. Something's changing for you. Some of you have watched some things, people in your life, could even be like in their career, grow and expand and elevate and move forward. And you may feel like inspired to put the pedal to the metal and accelerate at this time. It could be because maybe you feel a little competitive with some of these other people you're seeing excel and move forward, or things changing and growing for them. For some of you, it's not competitive, it's just motivational. For some of you Scorpios. You've learned a lot of lessons the hard way. Some of the lessons you've learned have had to do with communication breakdown with people. You've learned through those experiences of any kind of communication breakdown with people. And this could be multiple situations, not even just one particular situation. This could be like a theme that you've noticed, like every time you learn a big lesson, or one of your lessons, one of your karmic lessons has been because of lack of communication or communication breakdown, or misinterpreting communications, either on your end or other people have misinterpreted your meanings behind what you've communicated. It could go either way. Some of you may find that old values come back to the forefront now. I'm getting this feeling of nostalgia, things that you witnessed as a child or were important to you as you were growing up. Could have been things you saw your parents or other important family members to you do, like for their career or how they handled problems, or how they decorated or took care of their home or themselves or their property. It's like something from the past to do with any of those things I talked about, which was quite a few things. It's like those values or those experiences or those, any of that stuff that I said, you could be affecting you now in July, and it's bringing you back mentally, emotionally, spiritually even. And it's like you're recapturing some, it's almost like wanting to recapture the feeling. I'm going to say something really weird here. Scorpio, don't you love it? I'm saying something weird in your reading. I'm going to stop the timer here so I can say it. So I was born in the 60s. And when I was in the late 60s and early, and throughout the 70s, there were certain things, the way the house I grew up in ran, okay? Like what my father did, what my mother did, the atmosphere, the things that were popular at the time on TV, or the foods that my mother would cook, or the things she would create, or topics of discussion, and the way things were handled. There was an atmosphere to that, or I don't even know what to call it. I don't know what to call it. I'm calling it an atmosphere because I don't know what else to call it. And even like the shows you watched, I'm using that time frame. You don't have to use the 60s and 70s. You can, maybe you were born in the 90s or the 80s. But whatever, what I'm trying to say here is there's something about that, your past, the genre, the things that were popular, the things that your family did, the way they conducted their lives, their business, their relationships, their hobbies, their skills, their crafts. You absorbed that, whether you liked it at the time or you didn't like it at the time, or it just was what it was and you didn't really think about it. There's elements of that stuff that I just said is affecting you now. And you may find yourself doing a lot of throwbacks to the way your parents did things, throwbacks to the way like styles, clothing, home decorated, music, movies, food you eat. Think about it. You may go, she's nuts. Maybe so. Just think about it, Scorpio. Some of those things, doesn't have to be all those things I said from the past, is coming back now to you. And you're going to adapt some of it, or you're just going to be very nostalgic about it. If you had any kind of surgeries that went wrong, you're going to, or any procedures, medical procedures, surgeries, or anything physically that happened to you, whether you did it, somebody else did it, doctors, operations, whatever, you may want to revisit things that didn't go right to correct them. Maybe it was dental. Maybe you had some dental things that didn't go right. You want to go back to the dentist and you need them to fix it. Or, you know, maybe you got tattoos that you don't like, and now you want to get them lasered off, or you want to go to somebody else that can cover it up and fix it. Like, you know, that kind of thing could be going on for you in July. The next card you have is the Ten of Pentacles, and this is financial abundance coming to you either through an inheritance or a raise or a gift of cash coming to you through family channels. You could win money. This could be you and a partner working together as a team to build a strong foundation and family legacy through money. If you've been going through any court situations, I feel that the judicial system, through the interworkings of the judicial system, some of you are going to receive money. So this could be child support or back child support or alimony or a settlement or, of a divorce or a lawsuit of some kind. Like, you could win money through the dealings through the court systems. Some of you Scorpios. Some of you could inherit something, and it may not be money. It may be like a piece of land that nobody built anything on, or an old cabin out in the woods that people forgot about that just was kicking around, and you get a piece of it, or you inherit it. And then if you sold it, fixed it up, sold it, or just sold it, then you would get the money from it. So some of you could inherit something. Could be an antique, could be an old pocket watch, could be some expensive piece of furniture. I don't know what it is, but some of you could be inheriting something that has value that, you could keep it and just keep it and it retains its financial value, or you could sell it and you get the gains that way. Some of you could have an employer give you money, like to say, look, don't go through the court system. I don't want to go to court over something maybe they did or something they were supposed to give you, and they didn't do it, and so you could file a lawsuit against them, and they give you the money so you don't do it. Like, look, I'll give you this so you don't do that. Some of you could experience that, because this is one of the things my guides are mentioning. I feel some of you, it may actually simply be you or your significant other gets some kind of boost to their salary, and you are getting money that way. So you got to listen to that carefully, Scorpio. You're getting some weird messages. Some of your messages are a little like alternative universe feeling a little bit. So the next card in your reading is the Two of Pentacles, and this is weighing your options. Having to make a decision or a choice between two things. You could be weighing your options. There's emotions tied up here in the decision of what you're trying to make. Some of you may feel really caught between two things. Like, it could be love. Do I want to be with you, or do I no longer want to be with you? The other feeling that my guides are giving me of, it could be a job. Do I want to stay here at this job, or do I want to leave this job? So I feel for many of you, it's a relationship. You're unsure about you're like, how do I feel about you? Do I want to stay in it or not? And some of you, it feels like it's a job or a career, but it will be different for all of you what options you're weighing here. And making pros and cons lists, like, these are the pros of why I should stay, these are the cons of why I should stay, these are the pros of why I should go, these are the cons of what happens if I go. Like that kind of literally writing down pros and cons, I feel for many of you. You could have I feel like some of you Scorpios have something that's posed to you by somebody. It could be a boss, it could be a family member, or I don't know who it is, that like they're posing you with an option and you're not sure whether you want to take this option or not. You could even, some of you could have a boss that says, look, we want to give you a raise, but you're going to have to move to a different state. We need you to go to that branch over there, or, and you may feel like, wow, well, they're going to give me more money and, they're going to pay my moving expenses, but do I really want to move away from where I am? Do I want to do that, even though it could benefit my career and my money? Some of you have somebody posing something very interesting to you, but it's not a simple decision about what you're going to do about it. You could also be weighing in your mind what brings you a sense of self-assuredness and self-confidence, because you may be deciding to make some kind of change. Like maybe you're thinking of plastic surgery. Maybe you feel like if you do certain things cosmetically to your body, it's going to make you feel more self-assured and and give you more self-confidence. And that could even be as simple as changing your hair color and wearing different makeup or wearing different clothes. But some of you, it could be on a more extreme scale, like, you know, surgery of some sort. So the next card you have in your reading is the Wheel of Fortune, and this is the karmic wheels of fate turning in your favor, the planets in the heavens and the spirit guides around you conspiring to give you karmic good fortune. It could also be a karmic cycle ending and a new karmic cycle beginning. So, wow, you have two really good cards here so far, right? You know, I mean, not that the other ones aren't good, but you got 10 of Pentacles. Now you got Wheel of Fortune. You know, and Death card is a major arcana card, and you got another major arcana card. So when you're reading, Scorpio, out of the 5 cards, you have 3 major arcana cards. The Death card, the Wheel of Fortune, and you also have the Emperor coming up is another major arcana card. So July could be a very important and pivotal month for you. I do feel that some of you Scorpios are deciding to move forward in a plan that's going to be big for your life and take your life in maybe even in a new direction. Some of you have family that have been a source of drama that you may feel like you want to disconnect from them, maybe temporarily, maybe always, but it could be temporarily. This could be a big month for Scorpios where they could really showcase your products, your services, your knowledge, your talents, and your skills. There could be things opening up for you that give you that opportunity. And you're going to be gravitating towards people of money and power this month, or people of money and power are going to be gravitating towards you. That one could go either way. And you could really be making a concerted effort this month to improving all kinds of facets, all the different facets of your life. And you're going to have success in engaging with people more effectively. And that could be at your job, or that could be personally. And if you're a Scorpio that has felt like your life had gotten unhinged or a little rattled or off the tracks, July is a month where you're going to feel like you're getting your life more on track, or more on a course that is geared towards success or happiness for you. Some of you, there could be new legislature that gets passed that actually, when it kicks in, works in your favor. So that could be local or you know, bigger government legislation. Because I guess it would be bigger government. Well, I don't know, but I'm just getting legislation that gets passed that soon thereafter is beneficial to you personally for something you wanted to see or were hoping to utilize to your advantage once it gets passed, and I feel like it will. So your last card in the reading, Scorpio, is the Emperor, and this is a paternal figure crossed over to the other side, watching you, guiding you, protecting you, giving you ideas and inspirations that could feel like they're yours, but they could actually be coming from the Emperor himself. This could also be a strong male figure in the living, a father, a grandfather, a great-grandfather, or someone like a father figure to you. This could be an uncle, a brother, a boss, an ex, a husband, a boyfriend. If it could also be you. It could be saying that you having more of a commanding presence and power in the month of July, so it could actually be you. Any person of power that had it in for you, they're going to fall by the wayside. So if there was any bosses or higher ups that, or co-workers or anybody that, or managers or supervisors or anybody that was like blocking you or creating disruption for you or standing in your way, it could even be a paternal figure that was doing it, they're like falling off the grid, or something is changing and they're like dropping out of the picture here for some of you. Some of you could have a boss, manager, or supervisor that opens up some kind of opportunity for you, gives you some kind of opportunity to run the show, to be the head of a unit, the head of a department, like a position of power could be given to you by somebody that has a position of power. This could also be somebody in your life or out in the world at large that is in a position of power or authority that, like it could be that I'm going to say it again, like drops out of the picture. For what reason? I don't know. It could be they pass away. It could be they retire. It could be they step down. It could be, other things going on with them that make them like not be in the position that they were in. For some of you, it is happening to you like in your life directly. For some of you, you're watching this happen out in the world in July. Some of you could have some things come to you through a deceased relative, like I said in the Ten of Pentacles card. And it could be through this Emperor. Some of you could have somebody that's authoritarian over you, that's saying, if you don't follow things as I'm saying to the letter, I'm going to have to let you go. So there could even be some of you, not all of you, that experience somebody that's a little tyrannical. It could be your boss, or the owner of a company or business you work for. It could be a family member that's saying, if you don't do things the way I'm telling you to do, then I'm cutting you out of the will, or you're not going to be able to, do this or that anymore. I don't know. So you got to listen to the Emperor again, because there was quite a few things that came up here. Your reading so far, I've done 8 signs. Yours, I feel, maybe the most intricate, or there's something that stands out about your reading, Scorpio. So remember, if these messages are like, wow, they're out of left field, they're not making sense to me at all, like I say in the beginning of the videos, please watch your rising sign and your sun sign, and maybe even your moon sign if you know it, because some months sun sign may not be where your messages are coming. That can change for people month to month, so make sure you check that out. So the best gemstone crystal I got for you to work with, use, and wear in the month of July 2023, you got clear quartz, and the other sign that got clear quartz so far is Taurus. So Taurus and Scorpio both got clear quartz. And clear quartz enhances psychic ability and aids in concentration and helps unlock memory. It stimulates the immune system and brings the body back into balance. Clear quartz harmonizes the chakras and aligns the subtle bodies. If you're trying to do anything physical, especially if it's dieting, fasting, or anything like that, if you're wearing this stone or sleeping with it under your pillow, it is going to help you to be able to do those things. It's going to be a gemstone that's going to really help you in July to be very in tune with yourself and help you understand yourself better, your ideas, your motivations. It's going to help you understand yourself better. I do feel it is going to help harmonize and align the chakras and the subtle bodies for you. But I also get helps align the mind, the body, and the spirit in you in July. It's going to help open your mind to new ideas and new possibilities as well. So it's going to help expand and broaden your mind creatively and inspirationally. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense.
As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And please like this video if you liked it, and share it with others if you feel it's worth sharing. And subscribe to this channel. And hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And check and make sure you're still subscribed, because for some odd reason, sometimes YouTube unsubscribes my subscribers. So make sure, if you want to keep getting alerted about my videos, check that you are subscribed. And if you would like to get any of the special video series I record for my Vimeo on-demand videos, I post my most recently recorded video series down below in the description box in the Show More section. And these videos are also available on my website at theluckymermaid.com videos page. All the links are there, and you can read all the different descriptions of all the various many video series I've recorded, what divination tools I've used, how long the predictions go out for, and then you just select whatever zodiac sign you want, your sun sign, your rising sign, or your moon sign, or somebody else you're curious about sign. Click on that, and that link will take you to that video on Vimeo. The most recently recorded video series I have out right now is my mid-year Psychic Tarot update for 2023 for each sign of the zodiac. I did the center of the Celtic Cross Tarot spread, so there are 6 cards in total in that reading. Also, my mid-year Love and Romance Psychic Tarot update for 2023 for both singles and couples. The first half of the reading is for single people of the sign. The second half of the reading is for coupled people of your sign. And then I pulled an oracle card for the Psychic Tarot for the Heart oracle card. It's one card for both singles and couples. I highly recommend in the love readings, watch the singles and the couples, because there will be a crossover where some of the messages will apply to you, whether you're single or coupled. Also, don't forget my psychic crystal readings for for July. Whoops. I'm recording this video in June. In July for 2023 for each sign in the zodiac, where I look at a wide variety of topics in the crystal, your health, your love life, money, business, work, what to watch out for, what are the blessings. So if you want to, it's kind of like an expansion or a continuation of the Psychic Tarot readings I'm doing right here, right now for July. If you want to see what else I get for you for this month, please check those Psychic Crystal readings out. Many people like those readings because there's a lot of info condensed in not a lengthy reading. Also, don't forget my my eclipse effects from the new moon solar eclipse in Aries, April 2023, Psychic Tarot, Crystal, and Oracle card reading. You're still being affected by that eclipse. Those eclipses are affecting you for 6 months. That happened in April. So what do we have? The end of April, May, June, July, August, September. Those eclipse effects are going to last all the way till the end of September for you. So if you haven't checked it out yet, and watch your rising sign and your moon sign, watch your rising sign and your sun sign if you can do so. I highly recommend that in those videos. Also, my full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, May 2023, Psychic Tarot, Crystal, and Oracle card readings. You're still being affected by that eclipse all the way until the end of October of 2023. And sometimes eclipse effects can even last up to a year. Doesn't happen all the time, but for some people, it will still be affecting you. So if you want to see how those eclipses affected you, I highly recommend you check them out. Don't forget my career and finance psychic tarot, and I believe they were psychic tarot and crystal readings, I think. I forget, but my career and finance readings for 2023 for the next 12 to 18 months are available on Vimeo. And I recorded them in April. They're going to go all the way until the end of October of 2024. So if you want to see what I got for you about your career and finance, I highly recommend you check those videos out. Don't forget my What's Lucky and New for You in 2023. If you didn't look at them yet, they were pretty lucky this year. I got to say, most of the signs, not all, but most of them, I felt was, wow, like these are lucky right off the bat. Sometimes because remember, it's what's lucky and new. Sometimes what's new it doesn't seem lucky, or what doesn't seem lucky seems new later on. I did feel like that particular video series, they seem to be luckier than other years right off the bat. So you might want to check those out. Also, don't forget the New Year's readings, psychic crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac for the new year of 2023, and the psychic tarot readings for the new year of 2023 for each sign of the zodiac. They're both available, and we're only halfway through. We only got halfway through this year. So if you didn't get those New Year's readings yet, they're still in play. And I just did the mid-year updates for the new year and the mid-year love updates. So we've already gotten to the midpoint, but there's still plenty of time left. You might want to check out my New Year's readings. There's other video series down below. I'm not going to go through all of them, but those are the highlights. I hope you'll check them out because many people find my psychic readings on YouTube are accurate for them. And then they go over to Vimeo and they're like, hey, these are accurate for me over here too. So if you want to get more accuracy and know more predictions and messages that could play out for you without having to pay for an expensive private reading, which would take an hour or more, you can find out some valuable information in a more short period of time. And many people find that these messages apply to them. So if you can watch both your rising sign and sun sign, I do recommend it in all the video series, but that's completely up to you. Go by whatever resonates with you on YouTube when you go to Vimeo. So that's a good rule to go by, good way to look at what sign you want to get. Also, if you would like to get more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides that you're not going to see here on YouTube in a video format, I do written predictions and messages that are about 5 paragraphs long. They're usually on my Facebook pages at the Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook and at the Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram. And I also put them at my Pamela Georgel YouTube channel community page because some people have gotten off of the social media pages. And so I started posting them there on YouTube. So you might want to check them out. Many people find those predictions there resonate with them. Maybe not the entire 5 paragraphs, but maybe messages here, a couple messages there will resonate with them. You may find the same. So I hope you'll check out what I put on the social media pages. And if you would like to help support this channel, you could make a donation, which I greatly appreciate. Those of you who have been very kind and generous and donated to my channel. It does mean a lot to me and it does help me a lot. There is a donation link down below. It's connected to PayPal. So I hope you all have absolutely amazing energy and happiness that happens for you this month of July 2023. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.